Hello and welcome to Paprykarz Open number 4. This is PPTQ in sealed format, here taking place here in Szczecin, and we have gathered the record number of people
Yes,
here today.
62.
We have 62 players, so not quite enough for 7 rounds, but still, that's a pretty good number if you ask me.
Yes, that's amazing.
So yeah, today the tournament will be commented on by me. My name is Piotr Bomak, and here's my friend.
Michał Zaremba. Hello,
Yes,
everyone.
so we will provide you with commentary, provide you with lame puns and bad jokes. And I would like to also tell you that we are sponsored by Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard are our main sponsor for this event. They provide accessories, which are pretty good quality, I must say. We are also sponsored by Magic Card Market. Magic Card Market, everybody knows Magic Card Market. Everybody buys at Magic Card Market. But they are not the only people who help us. The biggest shop in Poland, MTG Spot, is helping us. Our local shop, Wrota, Free Blues Club, and website psychotalk.pl, and also Pure Value. So yes, that's our long list of people who make it all possible. Alright, so this is going to be round 1, and in round 1
we have Marcin Staciwa
and Achim Falkner.
The friend from Germany. Actually, a couple of guys from Germany just came to visit Szczecin, so that's heartwarming that the tournament is growing.
Yeah.
And we got the first round, and first threat is on the table. Marcin Staciwa, as far as I see on the list, is playing blue-black with the splash of white, and Mr. Achim, what he is playing?
Oh, he is playing black-green, splashing white.
Yeah.
So a lot of splashing all around.
Perfect start from Marcin Staciwa. 2-drop into Cutlass is a very strong play. Already 4 damage is done. So
yeah, and the measly 2/2 hardy veteran did nothing. So Achim could not defend himself against that.
okay, 3-drop.
So
Regenerate. What is this exactly?
yeah, the 3-drop is Jungle Creeper, I believe.
Jungle Creeper.
So not entirely regenerating, but coming back from the graveyard, so a very resilient threat to start it over. So the pirate with the cutlass, not so good anymore.
Okay, moment of craving. I believe he will keep that.
I mean, it would be difficult to put it into your graveyard.
Yeah.
It's just so good, even if your opponent knows about it.
Okay, as I see on the list, Marcin is splashing white for 2 cards. It's a Divine Verdict and Azor, the Lawbringer. So very powerful card.
You're a fan of this card, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
How many do you have?
In my personal collection?
Yes.
A couple. 6 or 7. I
Oh,
believe.
just a couple.
Yeah. I like the cards, even though it's not good enough right now for standard, but I believe it will be much better in the future. So it's kind of speculative, collection.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
Okay,
doesn't?
Marcin is tapping 5 mana for
Prosperous Pirates.
Prosperous
That's
Pirates.
a staple from Ixalan, allowing you to splash basically whatever you want. It's a 3/4 pirate, so it effectively blocks any kind of aggression that might have come from Achim. So, yeah. Now just Seeker Squire, I believe, exploring.
I'm not sure if I would attack last turn if I had moment of cravings.
To bluff something, yeah. Perhaps to force Achim into an unfavorable trade. So perhaps that would have been a good idea. But right now, Achim's defenses don't really look good. That 3/3 menace pirate on Marcin's side of the table. The pirate with Cutlass, prosperous pirates. I mean, a lot of good pirates.
Okay, what's the plan for Marcin? He might equip the pirate cutlass into the prosperous pirates, and he would have like 5-5 on the table.
Seems good.
Yeah, that's what
He's going to do.
and
Yeah.
the Achim knows that he has moment of craving, so
I don't think that he would, because that would require him to triple block, but that
Yes,
doesn't even
yes.
clear it, because that's a 3-3 and a 1-2. He would need to have a trick as well, and yeah,
well, yeah.
he just takes 5. Yeah.
Well, even though the guy who has the returning ability from graveyard it's a very good ability, but it takes a lot of time. And
Yeah, because it costs 5 mana.
yes, and if I would be in Achim's shoes, I would consider not blocking, because that would consume a lot of time. And he has the horse, black
Dusk
horse,
Charger.
Dusk Charger, yes, in hand. So his plan is to get the City Blessing as soon as possible. So training permanence is the
Not
list.
advised.
Yes, is the list of his options, I guess. So
Yeah. So yeah, City's Blessing for Achim. So Dusk Charger is a very good creature, a 5/5 for only 4 mana. So decent.
yeah, decent. That's a very good card, actually. A lot of players been talking about this card in limited. At first glance, it wasn't very surprising, but it came. A lot of people came to conclusion that City Blessing is very obtainable.
Yeah, it's
and
easier than
it's
most
easier
people
than they
think.
thought. So Dusk Charger just moved up in rankings in power.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not surprised that Achim is playing.
All right. So do you think that Marcin will try to go for the same thing as last turn? So attack with a 5/5?
Definitely not trading Prosperous Pirates for
The pony.
for the pony. He has now good blocks. He might block the charger, and
Yeah, and when we look at Marcin's hand, I believe it's only Moment of Craving and 2 lands. So
yeah.
not that doesn't look very good for him. However, what is in his favor is that Achim is splashing white for his removal.
Yeah.
And
Luminous Bonds, I believe.
yes, Luminous Bonds, Pious Interdiction, and he doesn't have white. So that might give Marcin just enough time to get himself out of this. Yeah, he just passes the turn with no attacks, so
Achim
That's
is drawing another land, so I believe we will have a stallboard for now. Not much going on.
yeah. So, classic, end of turn, crack Evolving Wilds, fetch a basic, stop this little bit of flood going on.
Yeah.
You know, you played a lot of limited in this format. You even won a PPTQ in it. So does the board get cluttered often? Does it stall very often?
You know, it's not very common thing. I think, especially in limited draft, the format is quite fast. So the stallboard is not very often seen, but it's sealed instead. We have a lot of big creatures, and if you don't draw a good removal pack from your
Pool,
boosters,
yeah.
from your pool, then
It's a whole lot of doing nothing, as we can see here.
Stalling is, the options I've seen a lot in the game. So, but there are solutions for that.
Of course, there are.
Like Tetsimok, for
like
example.
Tetsimok, for example. Yeah.
Tetsimok solutions,
Yes.
Yeah.
Tetsimok is a fair Magic card which we very much love and adore, and we are always happy to see it. Do they have Tetsimok? I mean,
No, they don't. But
that's
that's
a shame. I mean, it would be perfect in this situation. Just, yeah, I'll show you Tetsimok 4 times, and just
And
bash
bye-bye.
your face in. Cleanup crew arrives.
When I was walking through the room, I have seen a couple of dead smokes, so I believe we will see some of it on the stream today.
All right.
62 players, so there is a high chance that
That somebody opened the...
yes. And Marcin is actually tapping 6 mana for and 2 white for Azor, so that's a very big game changer.
I mean, where did he get 2 white from?
Yeah,
He-
from the treasure.
From the treasure?
Yes,
Did he?
yes,
Oh
yes,
yeah,
yes.
he had 3 treasures from the Sailor
Yes.
of Means, of course. So yeah,
Oh.
Azor has made his
And,
appearance.
yes, and that's that's a threat that you need to deal with
Can you s-
immediately.
Can you say what Azor does? Because it's a powerful creature.
Yes, Azor, when it comes into the battlefield, it prevents your opponent from casting sorcery and instant spell in the next turn.
Hmm?
And his second ability, when he attacks, he might do Sphinx
Revelation, yes. Sphinx Revelation on a stick,
Yes.
which is beautiful.
So, yes, so it's
And
basically
also, it's a decent creature. I mean, it's 5/5 flying.
no, it's 6/6.
It's 6/6
It's
even.
6/6. It's very powerful. So
Yeah.
normally, yeah,
And we can see
that's-
Marcin is paying
that's
the
sick.
cost.
That's just sick, you know.
Yeah, draw
He-
3.
No,
no,
three. Draw 6.
6.
He-
Yeah,
he will
gain
draw
6
6.
life.
Come on, man, that's so unfair, you know.
Yeah, and
This is
look,
sick.
and still, Marcin is leaving 2 mana open for like a moment of craving, perhaps.
Yes, yes, yes. So, yes, draw 6 cards, gain 6 life, man.
Yeah, that's
How can you
just-
come back from such an attack, you know? And you will probably deal 6 damage in addition. So, yeah.
But then
that's-
again, you have to look on the bright side. Your opponent is that much closer to decking himself, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's.
Oh,
Let's say that's the bright side. Yeah.
yeah. So there is a chump block.
I
Achim is-
believe. I don't think that's a good block. Well, oh.
I mean,
Achim
it's a-
do- Achim
it's a
doesn't
two-turn
have-
clock.
Yeah, Achim doesn't have a white mana, so.
Yeah. So it's a 2-turn clock if he doesn't find anything. So
Yeah.
Dusk Legion Zealot is going to try to draw him into a useful land.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
what?
What was it?
That was Vona's Hunger. Wow.
Bonus
so
Hunger.
very, very good top deck from Achim. That might actually help him to
Stabilized board.
stabilize board. Yes.
Because Bonus Hunger says that
You have
The-
to sacrifice half of your permanents if you have a city blessing.
permanents or creatures.
Sorry, creatures. Yes, exactly.
Creatures, I believe.
Yes, creatures.
If it's permanents, it would be broken as hell.
yeah, yeah.
But then again, you could sacrifice your lands instead of your creatures, and yeah,
It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has to sacrifice 2 creatures. That's
yes, rounded up. So
rounded up. Yes.
yeah, I would do the same basically.
Well, but that doesn't solve the main problem.
Which is
Azor.
Azor.
Yes, and Marcin has now 6 or 7 cards in hand, so
7 because he discarded to hand size at the end of turn.
yeah,
which
come
which
on.
on
That's-
turn 10 is
that's-
like it's the best thing that can happen to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
he's cracking 2 treasures for Moment of Craving. He will gain 2 life.
Yeah, even more life for Marcin.
Yes, because he doesn't have like enough.
Yeah, yeah, I
he
mean-
needs more. He's greedy, man.
25. I mean, in Hearthstone you started 30. I mean, it's just so little.
Yeah. So what do you do when you have like 8 or 9 mana and 7 cards and your opponent has like 2?
Well,
You know,
just draw more.
Yes, draw more. Yeah, exactly.
Like what I love about watching MTG Goldfish streams is, yeah, we could win this turn, but let's draw cards.
Yes, let's draw more cards. That's.
Do you think Marcin will go for draw like 8?
I would do that. You know, it's I would try to empty my hand, throw everything at once, and yeah, draw more. That's the way to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Achim has anything to deal with Azor if he don't draw the white source.
I believe he does not actually. I mean, when I take a look at the list, his removal is just luminous bonds. It's bias interdiction, so pacifism effects. There is this bonus hunger which we have already seen, but there is also one creature that everybody has been talking about.
Chupacabra, I believe.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course. So a murder on a stick. A lot of sticks in this game.
Okay,
Oh,
so
draw.
Marcin is just drawing one card.
Yeah,
and,
let's be reasonable. Yep, just one.
I don't know what he has in hand, but I believe he wants to be reactive. So
I think he should be satisfied with what he has. I mean, there is a water knot, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah,
yeah.
and
No
Achim just
surprising.
recognizes he's in such a position that he cannot come back from it.
yeah.
Well, perhaps he'll have better luck.
Yeah. Well, resolving Azor plus drawing 6 cards, even if the Azor dies next turn, you know,
It's still,
you
yeah.
just get such a huge advantage. It's very hard to come back.
Exactly.
When opponents draw 6 or 7 cards, the life gaining is, let's say, meaningless.
Mhm.
So, yeah, very powerful card. Marcin showed us the power of Azor, and
Yeah, it's a good splash. It's
Yeah.
a good splash. Right, but taking a look at the deck lists, I mean, Achim has a lot of ways to actually get white mana, and his white removal is really decent. So he has like a Divine Verdict, for example, or Baffling End, Luminous Bonds. So, but it's all useless when he doesn't draw this land, because, I mean, he has Travel's Amulet, he has a Forsaken Sanctuary, so, I mean, it's really it's not impossible not to draw it, as we have seen, but it's really difficult. So yeah,
how many does he have?
he has 2 planes.
Two planes
He has
and amulet and
Amulet, Forsaken Sanctuary, so he has 4 sources.
Yes. Does he have the possibility to make a treasure?
I believe he does not.
Well, but
actually.
4 sources, I believe it's just enough to
Yeah.
splash for 4 mana removals, even 3. That's you know, even if Luminous Bonds is 3 mana cost spell, you rather want to cast it later in the game, so everything just adds up. More chances to draw white source in the late game. You know.
All right, what does Marcin have that you will sideboard in? Can you see anything spicy?
I don't know. Achim just didn't show us super, broken cards and threats that Marcin would have problems to deal with. So I don't think Marcin will be trying to change the deck or put in something unusual, let's say. He just show us the March Bloodletter.
Mm-hmm.
The
Skymarch Bloodletter,
Sky
yeah.
March, yes, Skymarch Bloodletter, and that's it.
Yeah.
When it comes to flying, and all creatures were, on the ground. So
Yeah.
Marcin has a lot of utility to deal with it.
Yeah, but when I take a look at the deck list, I mean, there are very few creatures that can actually win the game. I mean, there are Dusk Chargers, but they are just 5/5s. I mean, Crested Heart Color, yeah, that's a good card because
Okay,
that's a Regisor Beta. It's a 3/3 dinosaur.
Yeah,
when
I
it
see.
comes
I
into
see
play.
one. I see one very good card in Achim's deck, and that's Tendershoot Dryad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Usually, when you see that on the other side of the table, it's not a good thing for you.
Yeah, that's a very powerful card.
Yeah, if
and,
unanswered, it just wins games on its
yes,
own.
2-3 turns, and yeah.
Oh, that's one of my favorite cards from Rivals of Ixalan. Kite Sail
Freebooter?
Freebooter? No, is it?
Kite Sail Corsair, sorry.
Yeah.
We are just missing the names all the time, but
Yeah.
we're still learning.
Of course.
We know the pictures, but
We know the pictures, we know it's a 2/1 guy that gets flying when it's attacking,
Attack,
but we don't really remember the names.
yeah, very powerful 2-drop, very strong in draft, very good in sealed as well.
Mhm.
I am always happy when I see this card in the drafting pool.
Of course.
That's one of my best commons in my list, so not surprised that Marcin is playing.
Yeah, and Achim didn't block with his Skymarch Bloodletter. I mean, who would like to? Who wants to trade a 2/2 for a 2/1 that's not even flying all the time?
Yeah.
I mean. And this game, Achim has had more luck with drawing his white sources. We see already he has his dual land, he has his amulet, so mana will not be a problem. So we should see a definitely a good game here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I see the Chupacabra is in the Achim's hand, so I believe he will wait with Chupacabra until he see the good target for it, because killing Kite Cell is,
Of course, yeah. It's not
you
good
know,
enough.
it's not threatening so much, but we will see what Marcin will play next.
Yeah, so this turn, it was a pretty good turn. Developed two drops, so Dusk Legion Zealot and a Hardy Veteran. So he drew a card. He has a decent blocking body. I mean, not really a blocking body because it gets +2 to toughness on your turn. But yeah, that's good.
Yeah, very good to drop.
Okay, Marcin has also assembled his Tron. So
Yes, blue, white, and black.
so also no problems here. And he gets frisky. He attacks with both creatures. So a 2/1 flying and a 2/2. That's a Queen's Bay agent. And Achim just takes it. You know, for life, not big deal. Let's see what else Marcin has
I'm
planned for
very
this turn.
curious if Marcin has a moment of cravings or he is bluffing. I would really love to see the hand he has.
Ooh, there is an Azor right at the top of the deck.
I believe he doesn't have. He doesn't have moment of craving. So very, very good attack by Marcin. He was bluffing, and 2 points of damage for free.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's when you see the good and very good players in action.
Yeah, exactly.
Or am I missing something? I believe I didn't see the moment of craving. So very nice play.
So yeah, Seeker Squire revealed Azor on the top of, or Azor on the top of Marcin's deck. Would you keep it in this situation? You are at 4 mana only.
I don't remember what lands are in Marcin's hand, but if I had like 1 white or 1 blue source, I would keep it on the top.
There is a blue source right there.
Yeah, so the chances I will draw the treasure creature or second
white.
I mean not second white, but as I see, Marcin has a couple of treasure generators, so yeah. Having 5 mana and possible 5 mana, and
I'm surprised.
And
here.
dropping Azor on the bottom would be surprising for me.
I'm surprised here by this attack because you can see that he attacked only with Corsair, and he did not attack with his 2/2 and 2/3. And I mean, you attacked with it last turn.
Yeah.
Just be consistent, because now, if I were Achim, I would know that you do not actually have moment of craving.
Well,
so
that's not consistent from Marcin.
And there is a Tendershoot Dryad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and City's Blessing is assembled. So each upkeep, this 2/2 creature will generate a plant.
Yes, 1/1 Saprolink.
Yeah.
Which has +2/+2 thanks to the City Blessing of Tendershoot Dryad.
So as long as Achim doesn't forget his triggers, remember this is a PPTQ, it's competitive. I believe that's the biggest PPTQ in Poland. Yeah, if unanswered, that would just generate a lot of Saprolinks. But now, in the graveyard, it's much less threatening.
Yeah. I believe Achim just realized that Marcin was bluffing and he doesn't have a moment of craving. That's why he have put the Dryad on the board. I probably would do the same if I was him, and knowing that my opponent doesn't have the answer. So yeah, 2/2 is very vulnerable stats.
All kinds of removal spells.
A lot of removal spells can reach the 2/2.
Especially in this format where a lot of removal spells are damage based, not just straight up destroy target creature.
Exactly, and I'm not surprised that Achim tried to stick it on the table, but unfortunately Marcin drew The
Right card in right time. It
Yeah.
was. Is it exile or destroy?
no, destroy,
Ah,
impale.
Impale. All right. Plummet.
Right
Oh.
now, I don't know why he has done that. Knowing that he has the Azor in the hand, and
Yeah, it just seems like a waste of
I
removal
don't know
spell,
if,
right?
if he has another answer.
Recover.
Yeah.
So taking a creature back from graveyard to your hand and drawing a card. And he can just replay the pirate right back.
Let's see. Yeah, he will replay the
Corsair,
Corsair
yeah,
and pass
and
the
pass
turn.
the turn.
Okay, hard color, very good card, and I believe Achim is he's thinking about racing right now. That's why he's attacking Guess with Bloodletter. Now he has
Yeah, remember.
Medicor attack with the 3/3, but since he can regenerate,
Or take it back.
yeah,
Yeah.
he is not afraid to trade.
Yeah, and remember that KSL Corsair has only flying when it's attacking, so it's not possible to block this 2/2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, Marcin has Skullduggery, so
Skullduggery, yeah.
yeah, Skullduggery.
Damage order first. Okay.
Yeah, I believe he will save the
The
Squire. Yes, I would do that.
Yeah, he can just make it. He can just make it a 3/4 because it's a 2/3
Yeah,
now.
he will save the Squire, and he will. He has the option to kill the Dusk Legion. The
Yeah,
1/1.
exactly.
He can pump the Squire, kill the Legion, and that would be devastating.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give this guy +1/+1 and this guy -1/+1.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Exactly. And now the board has shrunk considerably. So racing not really in his favor now. What do you do from at this point? I mean, you have the Chupacabra in hand, but the threat of Azor just coming down on the board.
He has the hard color, the 3/3 dinosaur.
Oh
that
yeah, the
puts,
Regisor Beta.
Regisor Beta, okay. Very strong uncommon.
Yeah, there he goes. A 3/3 plus a 3/3. Really good card. And it costs 5 mana, so
6 power for 5 mana. Sign me in.
decent. Sign me up. Yeah, in for 2. Take it. There's where the race takes place. And as you can see, Marcin's life total is 9. Achim is at 8. So they are getting close. Those 2 power flyers are really getting there.
Yeah. If I would be Achim, I would attack with everything.
Yeah, just slam it.
Uh,
Marcin doesn't really have good blocks. I
yeah.
mean, he can sort of kind of trade for one of the 3/3s, but
I mean, I
do
would.
you want to do that?
I would probably cast the Chupacabra maybe. Well, I know that one card of Marcin
Is
hand
Azor.
is Azor, so
Yeah. And the other is not a trick.
yeah. Achim, I believe that's a mistake because he's trying to save the Chupacabra for Azor, but there might be chance that Marcin won't have the possibility to cast Azor, and he right now, without killing the creature of Marcin, he's he might do it faster. Yeah. Oh, because he has Behemoth. Okay. That makes sense.
All right. What is that card? Can you tell us?
Behemoth. It's a 4/4 vampire that can be recovered from graveyard if you tap 3 vampires. So
Yay!
very, very powerful 6-drop, especially when you have a lot of vampires in the deck. Very good in sealed as well.
Yeah, that's the Deathless Ancient. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
Marcin scoops up.
Yeah, he can't beat the 4/4.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you have a if you have such a expensive card as Azor and can't cast it, since it costs 2 white and 2 blue, you know,
It's risky. It's risky.
yeah, it's risky.
And Achim didn't actually show Marcin the Chupacabra, so maybe that was also a consideration.
Well,
right
it was
there.
maybe, just maybe, he wanted to not show the Chupacabra since it's a very powerful card, but I don't think that it was his intention. I think he just waited with Chupacabra for Marcin's Azor, and yeah. But I think that was a mistake. I would slam the Chupacabra before attacking and try to deal more damage with all my creatures.
Yeah.
But you know, that was his play.
He won.
Yeah, he won. You can't judge the winners, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
So we will see a game 3 right here.
Yes,
The
we
players
have-
still have 20 minutes left, so there shouldn't be any problems finishing a game.
yeah.
So
1-1. In the first game, Marcin showed us very good 6-drop, which is Azor. But in the game 2, Achim just told us that hey, I have a good cards too, and Chupacabra plus Tendershoot Dryads.
plus the Regisor Beta and the
third color as
Deathless
well.
Ancient.
Yes, Deathless Ancient. So you're not the only one who has good cards in your pool. Yeah. Achim actually, when I was traveling in Germany, in various PPTQs, I have always seen him very often in the PPTQs, so he's not very new. I mean, he's a regular.
And he's a regular to Szczecin as well, which we
Yeah,
are very happy about.
Yes, that's his second appearance.
At least.
At least. Maybe third. I
Maybe
don't
third,
know.
yeah, exactly. We're always happy to see more people from other cities visiting. So yeah,
So he's quite experienced player, and
and Marcin is no scrub either.
oh yes. Marcin Staciwa actually has one GP title. He has won 1 GP in his career, and he has various of good tournament results,
Exactly.
finishing, and
Also has been to a couple of Pro Tours, so maybe that.
yeah, he has been like in 2 or 3 maybe Pro Tours. I don't know exactly, but he is a veteran too. So
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really happy to see these two guys playing it here.
Marcin started with Evolving Wilds. What's he's gonna find? White Source, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the white source. The white source that you missed last game.
Yeah. He has only 2 planes, so I'm not surprised that he want to.
Only 2.
Yeah. He's splashing white for 2 cards, as I said, Divine Verdict and Azor.
Oh yeah, but he has a lot of treasure generation, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So... Oh yeah, and Desperate Castaways. That's a 2/3 that cannot attack unless you have an equipment, right? Or artifact? Artifact.
Yes, Artifact.
Yeah. All the colors. And
Skymark Bloodletter for Achim.
so a 2/2, which drains for 1 upon entering the battlefield. And let's see, does Marcin have an artifact? So that he... Ah, there is a Squire, revealing Island.
It was a land. Yeah, it was.
I don't think...
It was a bit fast. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, we can confirm it was a land.
Yeah. I see on Marcin's hand there is 2, 3, 4 lands.
Not really looking good.
Yeah, a lot of lands. I'm not sure if his whole hand is lands actually. That would be very bad. I
And
see.
there is some removal in Achim's hand, including one of my favorites, Baffling End. Baffling End is really good. It's an enchantment-based removal, but unlike other effects like Pacifism or Detention Sphere, it's...
Oh, Prosperous Pirates.
Oh yeah, so there are some artifacts. Alright, so unlike other cards, it doesn't exile until it leaves the battlefield. It just exiles.
Yeah.
So if you exile a creature with Baffling End, it's not coming back.
Yeah. The downside of baffling hand is if you kill the enchantment, you get the 3/3, but it's not very often see that you put the removal on enchantment to destroy exactly baffling hand, since you get only 3/3. That might be
Just too
not
small.
useful every time, so very strong removal indeed. Yeah, we see the Thundershoot Dryas in Achim's hand, so I believe he's thinking about slamming it on the battlefield as soon as he can. And the problem is, of course, if he will stay 2 or 3 turns, or if Marcin will have immediate answer.
There it is.
Baffling hand.
Oh, Marcin, it doesn't go under this card. It does not.
Yeah, it's symbolic.
Yeah, it's symbolic, yeah.
It's symbolic, but we know that this card won't go back if the baffling end will be destroyed.
I think that Achim didn't actually play the Dryad here also because he doesn't have the City's Blessing yet.
Well,
I mean,
but you are generating
yeah,
tokens.
it can make City's Blessing very fast on its own,
Yeah.
but that might have been a consideration. It's getting quite rowdy around here as some players have already finished their rounds.
Oh, okay.
And again, we have
Achim has the removal, the sweeper, -2/-2.
so Golden Demise.
What is called?
Golden Demise.
Golden Demise, yeah. That's why he doesn't want to play Dryad until he gets the City Blessing, but...
because when he gets City's Blessing, it's only a sweep. It gets asymmetrical, so only Marcin's side of the board will be affected.
Yeah. Achim has like 9 permanents right now on the table.
So the pony is only a 3/3.
Yeah. But soon pony will be a horse.
Yep.
He will be bigger.
Exactly.
Okay, Marcin.
Going to tank mode.
Yeah. When I see the Achim's hand and the Marcin's hand, I see that Achim has more threats and he has the stronger hand. I believe Marcin is thinking that he needs to start putting pressure with his creatures.
And he does. He gets 4 points of damage in. And let's see what he does next.
He has the Skullduggery and... is it Vona's Hunger? No.
No, it's my favorite card.
It's a Heartstopper.
Yes. Centipede.
The little dude with...
the little worm
with needle injected with HIV. Yes.
Yep. with let's go with venom.
Venom or poison.
Yeah, it's venom.
Okay.
Yeah, because poison, venom. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a 1/1 that can get Death Touch on activation, and it costs 1 black to do it. So it's a pretty good stopper for the pony. Oh, Golden
Very
Demise.
good. Golden Demise right now for Achim. And since he has the City Blessing, only opponent's creatures will get -2/-2.
Now, Marcin, he actually could save one of his creatures. He could. But does he want to? Would you use Skullduggery here?
I don't think so. Since Skullduggering
Just to save the
Squire or Heartstopper, maybe saving Heartstopper would be nice play, since I don't think Marcin has answer to the big 5/5. So that would be that might be the
and the ponies might just trample him over. I mean, he's already at 6 life.
Yeah.
It does not look good.
And Marcin Staciwa is in big trouble right now, having to deal with 2 5/5s.
The Skittering Heartstopper is recovered, though. And he might come back to the board right away, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't... Okay, he has 2
He
treasures,
has
so...
2 treasures, so he can give it Death Touch.
But come on, you will have to trade with
one of the horses,
one of the horses, plus there is a Bloodletter. So if the Achim attacks with everything,
he gets 5.
Marcin would have to jump block the Prosperous Pirates, which would be very ineffective. But I believe he will play the 2/1 guy,
The Kitesail Corsair.
the Kitesail Corsair, to try to
Stem the bleeding.
yes, and kill the 5/5 2-for-1. Not very good, but
Sometimes you have to do.
what you have to do exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so the draw step for Achim was plummet. Not really necessary right now, but a nice insurance
I
to have.
believe he had plummet all the time. Maybe he drew the second one. If you have seen that he is drawing.
No, I might have been mistaken, but yeah, so there's a
Yeah.
plummet in his hand, definitely.
Yeah, that's
So even if Marcin produces a flying blocker, it's not good enough.
yeah, that's clear attack for Achim, having a Dryad in the hand. I wouldn't think much about that.
Yeah, you have City's Blessing already, so might as well just go for it. And he attacks with a 2/2 only. I mean,
No,
a
that's
2/2 here is it is still a 3-turn clock.
yeah. He playing too passive, in my opinion. But anyway,
And there's the Dryad.
I don't think it really matters.
It will matter in the long run, yeah.
I don't know which card of Marcin's deck would be enough.
Damnation.
Yeah. Damnation.
Damnation would be enough, but unfortunately,
Or Supreme
Supreme Verdict.
Yes.
Yeah, we have colors for both. I mean, but it's not Amon Cat limited. We don't have access to invocations, so it's really sad, you know. There was always this hope that you could open one of these
Yes.
and you just
And
slam it.
and help you out
Yeah, just
in
slam
the
it.
time of need.
15 creatures on your opponent's board, just slam it.
Yeah, Marcin, you are in big trouble. Unfortunately, things are not looking great.
Deep in the tank now.
Oh yeah, Achim's reaching for water. You know,
Yeah, it's just
pretty
like
relaxed.
Yeah, he's
He
just-
knows. He knows. He just knows
yeah,
that
just come on, come at me, bro. Hit
yeah,
me.
the game is closing up for him. I mean, for Marcin is closing up, but
Mhm. The big thing is that in a situation like this, you should never stop thinking because, I mean, things can happen.
yeah,
You can still lose if you're not careful enough.
don't get too relaxed.
All right. So a water knot coming down,
Mhm.
disabling the attacker, the
Yeah.
2/2 vampire.
But
Is it too little, too late?
it
Might
might
be.
be. It might be. That's why now it was a mistake not attacking last turn,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, remembers his triggers. Good, good.
okay, another land.
Would you just turn him sideways, apart from the Dryad?
Not really. I mean, the horse is blocking. The Heartstopper is blocking one horse. The Prosperous Pirates plus.
Prosperous
Okay.
Pirates can eat one of the Saprolinks.
Okay, so
No
Achim-
attacks here.
Yeah, Achim's playing pretty passive,
Mhm.
and actually he's giving Marcin a chance to stabilize the board, which is
It's not
a big
good.
mistake. That's a very common mistake that people often do. They are afraid of trading,
Mhm.
and even if in the vacuum trading 5/5 or 1/2 might be bad, but in this situation Achim should just clear the board with his creatures and
Yeah, I mean-
go for the win.
You have just unlimited supply of Saprolinks. You see that Marcin has nothing, and I would just attack with everything right there.
Yeah.
Sure, the Prosperous Pirates could eat one of the plants, but you get a next one next turn. So,
I believe
but he's
Marcin,
not going to get punished for it.
Marcin is happy that Achim is giving him more time to recover, but
In the long run,
yeah. But even though I don't see that many cards in Marcin deck that would help him, I mean killing the Dryad would be the solution, but right now
It's too little, too late.
Achim is producing so many saplings that even if they would be 1/1,
It's still a lot.
Yeah,
I think it
that
would be
enough.
enough.
Yeah, that would be just simply enough. So
Yeah, just turn him sideways and Marcin's at 4 life, so
okay, 5. So another prosperous pirates.
I guess.
Or no,
No.
Marcin has 4 life. He's going to
Draw 2
2.
cards. Yeah, because that card right there is let me see, let me check the name. It is Champion of Dusk. Champion of Dusk is a card that says that upon entering the battlefield, you lose X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of vampires you control.
So Marcin is finding. He decided to attack. I don't know.
I mean,
he just found
might as
the
well.
opportunity to attack, but I believe in the next turn the game would be over.
yeah.
So he just want to bounce the Dryad or the Tokon, but you know,
It will come back anyway. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And in a few seconds the game should be over.
Should be.
Come on, Achim, make us proud.
Yeah.
Make the right decision. There is nothing to be worried about. Marcin
Right click, attack with all
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, scoop them and attack with them. Exactly. I believe that the life totals are shown correct, so
This
yeah,
should be lethal.
that's very easy attack. Marcin is just waiting until the yeah, exactly.
He's gonna double
Marcin,
check.
count the cards. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 attackers against
5 blockers.
4 blockers or 5 blockers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. So 3 points of damage.
Will go through no matter what.
Yes, so that's GG. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the handshake. So Achim Falkner has won the first round, 2-1 over Marcin Staciwa.
Yeah.
So yeah,
After the first game, things were looking grim for Achim when Marcin casted Azor and managed to make the Sphinx revelation for 6. I was sure that the next game
Would go the same way.
go the same, but Achim just showed us that he has as well a good cards and very strong.
are we seeing double here?
Yes, big skills and strong hands. So yeah.
All right, so that's it for round number 1. Most of the players in the room behind us have already finished. There are some matches still going, so let us remind you that you are watching Paprykarz Open 4 here live from Szczecin. My name is Piotr. I'm joined here by
Michał.
Yes, and we are here thanks to our sponsors. And our sponsors are Ultimate Card and Magic Card Market, MTG Spot, Wrota, Free Blues Club, and Psychotalk.pl. Yep. So we will be here for you all day covering this tournament. This 62 people tournament in the beautiful city of Szczecin.
Yes.
The whole thing is organized by Maciej Mieszkowiak, the heart of the community here.
Yes.
So yeah.
So before us, 5 rounds of Swiss and finish with top 8 draft. So
we
more
have a guest here.
Yeah, more action coming your way.
Yeah.
So stay
All
tuned.
right, and we have the winner of the first round here, ready for interview. So I'll leave you with him.
Yes. Okay. First, congratulations, Achim. Achim, how should I spell your name?
Achim. Yeah,
Achim. Okay.
it's fine.
Achim
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So congratulations. You won a very tough match against Marcin Staciwa. If you don't know, Marcin is a very good player from Szczecin. So more congratulations to you.
Thank you.
you know, after the first game when Marcin attacked with Azor and his Sphinx Revelation for 6, how did you feel? You know, because on the stream it was like, oh come on, that's so unfair. You know, it's such a powerful effect, and it's very hard to come back from this effect. So
totally, I agree. It's a very powerful creature, and in my hand I was stuck on white cards.
Yes, Luminous Bonds
and Pious Interdiction.
Yes,
and
yes.
I knew, okay, if I get white mana source, I
There
can
might be-
handle.
yes.
I can handle.
There
the
might be a
strings.
chance you could stabilize.
So
yes.
I think it was my only out. Maybe top decking an amulet or a planes, but nothing.
Nothing
And so
came. Yes,
so
yes,
the
yes,
strings
yes,
ran
yes.
away with the game. But
Yes.
yeah, it's a powerful card. It
Yeah.
does its things.
Yeah. And in the game 1, I've seen that you had Tendershoot Dryad, a very good rare as well. So I was very curious if we're gonna see it in the next next
game.
games. Yes. So after the second game, when you casted it, there was a quite interesting interaction because Marcin attacked you in the second or the third turn. And you were thinking, okay, he might have moments of craving, so you didn't block. I believe that's what your process was, because you had the clear block on the 1-2-2, but you decided to let it in. And 2 or 3 turns later, Marcin didn't attack, so that was my analyzing that you decided, okay, he was bluffing, he doesn't have that on the hand, so you're slamming the Tendershoot Dryad on the board, but unfortunately he had the Impale, so he destroyed it. And but overall the very good games, back and forth, very nicely piloted by you. But in the last turns you had 2 desk chargers, and I was surprised that you didn't want to attack and exchange with the Heartstopper and another 3-4 and 2-1 that Marcin just put it on the board, because you had the Dryad in your hand. So what I would do, I would attack and try to exchange with creatures and then slam the Dryad and win the game on the spot. But anyway, you just casted it later on and convincingly have taken the third game. So yeah, congratulations again. And
Thanks. Maybe I was too cautious.
you know, that's the first game.
Yeah.
It's very common that first 2 games on the tournaments people are very aware and trying to be very passive, but later in the later stages of the tournament people are in the zone and see more things. So I believe it will be the same with you. So congratulations
Thank
again, and good luck in the next round.
Yeah, thank you.